Bureau. I am taking the floor today to address a pressing challenge, a challenge that transcends borders and ideologies. Local democracy, the very heartbeat of our community in UCNG, is increasingly under threat from a multitude of global trends. Although we live in an age that celebrates interconnection between people and citizens all around the world, we are also witnessing an erosion of the democratic foundations that once empowered our local institutions. Across the globe, we see the same patterns: democratic backsliding, rising polarization, and an alarming concentration of power in the hands of few. Democracy today is under increasing strain from multiple threats that undermine its legitimacy and effectiveness. Elections, once the cornerstone of democratic governance, are more and more manipulated, whether through restrictive voting laws, intimidation, or outright fraud, turning them into mere formalities rather than genuine expressions of the people's will. Digital misinformation and the use of AI-driven disinformation campaigns distort public debate, eroding trust in institutions and deepening polarizations. At the same time, we see the gradual weakening of local governance structures, whether through excessive centralization, budget cuts that limit local autonomy, or legal constraints that curtail the powers of elected municipal leaders. In Europe and all around the world, violence against elected officials, defamation, arbitrary arrests, and even kidnappings strike a blow to democracy each time they occur, weakening democratic institutions and strengthening authoritarian systems at the expense of our communities. In parallel, we are witnessing a worrying decline in gender equality, with increasing threats to the rights of women and girls, challenging decades of progress toward inclusion and justice. Despite increasing pressure, local leaders with civil society continue to mobilize, proving that democratic values are not easily silenced. By acknowledging these risks and actively countering them, we can ensure that democracy is not only preserved, but strengthened for future generations. We are also witnessing alarming violations of international law and human rights, alongside escalating threats to civilians and minority groups. The world we believe to be built on institutions and the rule of law now faces attacks from forces seeking to replace justice with the law of the strongest. Democracy and peace have never been given. They were forged through struggle and unwavering commitment at both local and national levels. Today, as new threats emerge, we must demonstrate the same determination. Mayors are more than just administrators. I'm going to finish in a few minutes. They are the vital link between governance and citizens, translating democratic principles into concrete actions, whether in public services, social cohesion, or crisis response. They stand on the front lines, tirelessly defending the values of coexistence, respect, and human dignity. We must never waver in our belief in our shared values or in our ability to rally together to protect them. The demand for an official role of local governments in global governance must be grounded in the very principles that underpin this governance. Faith in fundamental rights, in the dignity and worth of every human being, respect for international legal commitments, and the promotion of social progress and better living standards in greater freedom are not mere statements of intent. They are the foundation of any legitimate claim to representation. By upholding these principles, we not only strengthen our credibility, but also reaffirm the vital role of local democracy in shaping a more just, inclusive, and sustainable global future. This is our call to action. Let us unite to amplify the voices of all communities by standing up for local democracy, the rule of law, the human rights, and the protection of minorities. We do more than safeguard of our own societies. We contribute to a global movement dedicated to defending freedom, accountability, and respect of all human lives all around the world. A movement that brings positive change and will make the world better for all. Thank you.